Welcome to Cabo, the beautiful rocky port where we arrived with a 12-person crew and absolutely zero plans. Turns out the first challenge wasn't just managing the kids.
Hi, guys.
It was surviving the docks. You see, the only rule you need to know about this port is simple. If you take the water taxi, do not pay round trip. That's the single rule that keeps you from being stranded and losing your cash. Well, maybe not the only rule, but we had to put that theory to the test. Stick around to see how we navigated the relentless vendors, the blistering heat, and what happened when we actually needed our ride back.
Hey, Cabo San Lucas. Famable's in town. We're coming for you, Cabo.
We're in Cabo San Lucas!
We are arriving in Cabo San Lucas soon. I'm ready to rock and roll. Port days, good days. Brandy said our all aboard is back at like 6:30 p.m. or something like that. I'm not even 100% sure what the hell we're gonna be doing today. Someone said something about a water taxi or something. Probably, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe Tecate and tequila today, right? Not 100% sure about that right now. I'm just along for the ride, okay?
I don't know anything about Cabo, except that it's in Mexico.
Those views. Unbelievable.
What a beauty. Check that out. That's different. Looks very rocky and earthy. Yeah. I feel like an explorer, an adventurer.
It's pretty.
Gosh, we're so much closer now. Oh, wow.
What do you think?
Beautiful. Wow. This is beautiful. We're going to get on a water taxi and we're going to go over to a beach. And then we can always take over to the arch. There's water taxis everywhere.
So we don't have much. We just kind of have a brief plan.
Yeah, we watched some YouTube videos and decided that that's the route that we wanted to go. Grab some water taxis, hit up one of the beaches, maybe hit up the little port area.
See what we get into today. See how it goes. Pulling in right now to get our little spot where we can anchor out. We might be stopping right now, actually. It feels like we're going slower, if not stopping. Wouldn't that be awesome if we stopped right here? I think we're stopping right here. If so, then we're going to have a beautiful view outside of our balcony room. Made that upgrade really worth it so far. I'm really digging this balcony room, man. Look at this beautiful view.
Okay, this does not look real for some reason.
It doesn't look real?
Feels like I'm in a dream. Okay, I'm awake.
We might take a boat up there. What do you think? Like these guys are doing? Taking the boats up?
Dragon, whatever it's called.
Will you be able to see it from here?
Yeah, from right here.
A dragon?
Yeah, it said dragon. I don't know.
They have dragons here?
Yeah, real one. It's kissing something.
This morning, went down, broke some bills. Got a lot of 10s and 5s now. I had 20s and larger bills. So you can go down to the kiosk. There's one over by guest services. There's one on, I think we were on deck 5 over by the shops. But the kiosk, you can do all kinds of stuff on it, manage your account from it, and it'll even let you change out bills. So if you have some big bills that you want to break, like I had a lot of 20s and I had 100 that I need broken, everything. So we did that. We're ready to go with some cash. Most of these places, these port areas, you can bring pesos and do pesos. I mean, your peso will probably do you better, but that can be a hassle sometimes. But USD is just as good. Just make sure your bills are in good condition.
Cabo San Lucas. It is a tender port. We got all the information in our rooms the night before about how to get to the tender. You go down, you get at about 8:15 and you get like a port number and they call your port numbers. We pulled up at like 10 o'clock and they were calling port numbers. When you're going down for your tender, you wait on deck 3. They take you down to deck 1 and you get on to deck 0. It was a very smooth, easy transition, but we got down there and once our entire party was present, so all 12 of us, we got on a tender boat.
Got off the ship, got on a tender boat that took us to the port. If you've never been to Cabo, here's a quick breakdown of what to expect. Most of the action is centered around the marina, which is typically where your tender boat would drop you off. This marina area is the heart of Cabo San Lucas.
packed with most of the bars, restaurants, and shops. While some all-inclusive resorts are right here, many others stretch further along the coastline. Remember, most beaches outside the immediate sheltered Cabo Bay area are actually unsafe for swimming due to strong undertows, big waves, and rocks. That's why spots like Medano Beach right in the bay are so popular. All the famous rock structures, including the iconic El Arco, are located right here at this southern point where the Pacific Ocean meets the Sea of Cortez. They're definitely best seen by boat. And finally, a little tip, most public restrooms will require a small fee, so make sure you bring some cash or pesos with you.
Smooth ride. We get there, get off.
There were a lot of people there like, hey, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this.
It's somewhat common, but I feel like here, there was a lot of that.
It can be very, very intimidating, but just if you're not interested, you just say no thank you and you keep on walking. They normally will stop, but sometimes they are a little bit relentless. You just walk straight through them. So they offer drugs regularly when you get off of the ship.
I just got offered blow,
No thank you.
weed.
No thank you. And then they're like, meow. And James was like, okay. No, he was like, no thank you. I'm good.
So you said that.
Basically offered me everything.
So if that's all something you're interested, go for it. But I tell you, the one thing that will get you in trouble here in Mexico is purchasing drugs from somebody down here. So don't do anything stupid while you're here.
So we didn't really have any plans going in this. We had some ideas of things that we wanted to do. And one of the things was the water taxi, right? We had a guy come up to us and try to explain it.
So I found this guy. I don't know why, but I just trusted him for some reason. He showed me all the things. He had a legit business card.
What they would be doing is they would take us out, show us the rock formations, and then drop us off at the beach. And then we could stay at the beach for however long we wanted. And then they would just come pick us back up. They give us a phone number to call them, all that stuff. After talking it over with the group, we were like, yeah, I think we're gonna do this. But he said something about paying round trip.
Glass bottom boat, $15 per person all day.
We were gonna pay everything up front, but there were some members of our party that had seen some videos about probably not a good idea to pay in full these water taxis because sometimes they won't come to pick you up. So he was cool with it. We just did half. We paid half there, and then we would be paying the other half when they come to pick us up. That way, if they didn't come pick us up, we weren't out that money, and we could just take another water taxi back. But anyway, we decided that we're gonna do this. Took a picture of the boat name and just did it, just went for it.
For our first ever Cabo mission, we knew the drill. Cruise ship docks, prices inflate, and you never really know how legit a business is. We're not new to the Mexico port scene. And after all the hustle on the docks, trusting the guy to come pick up 12 people hours later is tough. That's why we only paid our water taxi fare half up front for the glass bottom boat tour and beach drop off. The company seemed legit, and for $15 a person, it seemed like a steal. And paying half meant we wouldn't be completely suckered if they never came back for us. With our little insurance policy in place, all 12 of us loaded up. As we headed out, we passed a bunch of smaller beaches near the marina. They were swimmable, but our driver let us know that they were light on things like food or restrooms. For our group, he recommended Medano Beach. It's a popular spot known for its calm, swimmable waters and, more importantly, ample restaurants and facilities. So after we checked out all the famous rock formations, Medano Beach was our next stop.
The landscape is beautiful here. It's unbelievable. It was so cool. It was so different than what we're used to.
I hadn't really watched many videos about it or anything, so I wasn't 100% sure what to expect. Our tour boat guys were friendly and very informative.
This is for diving. That rock is for free diving.
Just telling us all about what we were seeing as we were boating around, I guess. He took some Coca-Cola and dumped it in the water.
And the fish just went nuts over it.
The boat had like a glass bottom where you could look down.
So he took off the things so we could see down in the boat.
A gigantic fish in there.
It was pretty neat.
You get wet?
We could have went to Lover's Beach, but not everybody wanted to go there, but everybody was in agreement to go to the other beach.
And that cave, amigos, this is Samantha's cave. 2 people go in, 3 people almost later.
9 months later.
This is the rock formation above the Baja Peninsula upside down.
We saw some beautiful stones, and are they called stones? What are they called?
Rocks.
Rocks?
How many pictures of rocks do I need? All of them.
He got us like right up to the rocks. It was so cool.
Remember, this is my first time drive the boat.
Saw the little caves in there, and he'd like get right up in there.
Those guys know how to drive those boats so well.
That boat ride was really something else. It tickled my stomach a bunch.
Their maneuverability is very impressive. They just like drive it around like a car.
And they're all getting close to other boats in the waters where it's kind of choppy at times. Pretty impressive. The driver was getting pictures for us. We got some awesome group pictures and just super cool experience. That whole thing maybe was like 25 minutes, cruising around that.
Adrian, can we borrow one of your fingers? You want to go down for the sharks next week?
Oh, heck nah.
But then after that, he was like, do you guys want to go to the beach? And I'm like, sure. Yeah, he would have dropped us off wherever we wanted to go. But he took us to the beach.
Which I guess is about walking distance, but it's not the greatest of walks, I guess is what we were told. He said, you just want to remember the name of their boat so you know what to look for when they come pick you up. They come pick you up at the beach and then take you back to the port when you're done at the beach. You stay there as long as you want, right?
So we get there, and as soon as we got our feet onto the sand, the vendors were wowza.
Immediately are bombarded by more vendors, like right in your face, one after the other.
I don't even think both of my feet were on the sand.
It was nonstop.
But we finally got past that, and they were trying to sell us umbrellas, and I mean, just like all the there was a lot of them. Yeah, there really was. Yeah.
I don't know how many times I told someone, no thank you today. So many times.
So to get out of it, someone was like, let's go to this restaurant. So we went to the Hungry Shark.
But right there on that beach, there's just a bunch of like beach clubs and restaurants, like a little party spot, like right on the beach. Super cool, but also like packed right there on where all the water taxis come in. But there were some areas where you could go down where there were a lot less people. So we go in this restaurant, which is like the first restaurant right there where they dropped us off at, the Hungry Shark.
Which is right in front of where we started.
We sat under some umbrellas with some tables. It was warm. The kids were getting a little cranky.
Adric was not feeling very well at this point. I think he was probably a little bit dehydrated. It was smoking hot out today. But we got some margaritas.
Margaritas were good there. I can say that.
The food was really good there. I got a club sandwich. James got a BLTA, so bacon, lettuce, tomato, and avocado. Cora got chicken tacos and some guacamole. The guacamole was great. Chips and guacamole. But Pico went in a little bit of the seasonings and you like muddle it together. Cora, she said her food was great. So the kids got burgers and that kind of stuff, but Adric really didn't eat much. She just didn't feel good. Yeah, our feet were literally in the sand. It was great.
Overall, we had a pretty good experience at the Hungry Shark. Yeah, it was a bit pricey, but the food was solid and you're definitely paying for that incredible beach atmosphere.
The beach was really pretty. We walked down the beach away to where it was a little less crowded.
We went and found a spot in the sand, and one of the guys was like, you guys want an umbrella? $25, $20, something. And the guy standing beside us was like, absolutely not. It wasn't that much yesterday. It was 2 for $30. Yeah, he must be vacationing there. But the guy, he goes, okay, fine, 2 for $30. And he left and he never came back. They were all out.
So we just sucked it up, right? It was so hot.
Dripping sweat. The sand was hot as could be, burning your feet. The water was 70 degrees, which sounds really cold, but I'm telling you, it felt good today.
If you're used to cruise in the Caribbean, the ocean temps are way colder over there on the Pacific side. The water has to be close to 80 for me to even want to get in. I'm that big of a pansy, but...
It was so hot. The kids like first they were like, ooh, and then all of a sudden they were all in. We can see the ship and the beautiful rocks. Cam jumped in.
We're in Cabo, baby!
Went down by the water. I didn't really get in the water. I just kind of put my feet in. All the kids were in. They were having a good time.
Favorite part? Ocean. Do you guys want to come with me? Welcome, welcome. We have my 2 cousins. Hi. This is Ashlyn. And we have my other cousin. Gotta make sure we have time. Hi. That is awesome. And we're gonna go underwater. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Isn't this so fun? Everybody go underwater and take.
Turned out to be pretty pleasant experience down there, minus all the vendors, like just so many of them, right? There's like, I can handle vendors, that's not a big deal, but this was a little excessive. Diedrich says, so many sellers.
Too many.
It was consistent.
You can't even talk to the person beside you without a vendor every like minute or two interrupting and asking you for something.
The guy with the umbrella, he came back at like 2:55 or something. We were like,
by the time they were able to make that happen, we're just like, our water taxi, it's going to be about time to go, because we wanted to still kind of walk around the port because we hadn't done that yet.
But then it was time to go back.
It was getting closer and closer for our water taxi to come pick us up.
So we went down, and we did have to call because it was like 3:40 and they weren't there yet.
We weren't sure it was going to happen. Don't pay round trip for your taxi ride, because it's not guaranteed that your taxi guy is going to come back.
This was it, the test. Were our guys actually going to show up? Or would we be forced to grab one of the taxis passing by? Honestly, these taxis were cheaper, only about $5 a person. So we could have technically saved a little bit of money right there. But Brandy was completely gung-ho about going back with the other guys because they promised her a sea lion.
Where can we see a seal or a sea lion?
I mean, after all that, she wasn't leaving Cabo without a marine mammal photo op. The question was, how long are we gonna stand here cooking in the Mexican heat?
But they did show up after I called. He said, we're here. And he pulled up.
Yeah, they came back and ended up working out pretty well.
They took us, and I said, you told us that you would show us some sea lions or seals or something.
They said, we know a spot.
So he took us over by the port and showed us the sea lions.
We kind of swung around this little pier, and there's a few of them laying out on the dock, just chilling.
Sea lions. They're so cute.
They're cute. They look like little puppy dogs.
The one was huge.
He was moving. He was like, whoa.
If I saw that thing in the water with me, it would freak me out.
He's waving, look, it's waving, bye.
The whole boat tour thing turned out pleasant for us, but I see how this taxi scam thing goes down. We actually saw other people on the beach looking totally stranded while we waited for our boat. But whose fault is it really? I mean, how many tourists pay their money, hit the beach club, start partying, forget the boat's name, and lose track of time? I'm not saying there aren't some outright scammers, but sometimes the scam is just a tourist tax on poor planning. That's why it's important to find the operators that seem even halfway legit, and always keep your guard up in unfamiliar territory. Honestly, after 10 minutes of waiting, it was tempting to bail, grab the next cheap taxi passing by, and assume we'd been burned. But that's not what happened. We paid them the second half, the water taxi drama was over, and just like that, we were dropped off at the marina. So if you remember one thing about Cabo's water taxis, remember this. Don't pay round trip. The peace of mind is worth more than the hassle. We still had a little more time left to kill in Cabo.
And then we got back to the port, and James and I love walking around ports and just checking out the ports because each port has its own little vibe. This one I felt like was more of a party vibe.
We start walking and we run up on this little bar.
Got a beer at a little cute little bar in there, and a margarita, and
it was called Stone's Corner Bar. We hung out that bar for a little bit and then met up with everybody else because we kind of split off from the rest of the family, and we're gonna kind of do our own thing because it gets hard when you get a big group for everybody to be on the same page, and we're gonna try to manage all that. So everybody just kind of split up and did their own thing. When we walked around, there was like the whole other section of the port where the Senor Frogs is. There's a giant pharmacy in there. Oh, and the pharmacies, they sell a lot of things there over the counter that you normally can't get over the counter here in the States. Go in there. The kids got some candy. They got some snacks while they're in there, some Mexican snacks that they wanted to try. It was getting close to time for us to get back on the tender. We're ready to get back on the ship, and
someone tried to put a lizard on Joe, and I'm like, Joe, he wants money. And Joe's like, I don't want no lizard. We got a picture by the Cabo sign, a family picture, and then it was time to head back on the boat.
Got in the tender port line.
So once we got on in the line, it looked like a really long line to tender back, but the line went so fast because it can fit so many people on these tender boats.
This tender boat was much larger than our first one.
They had some loud music playing, and
there was a little bit of a party happening on this one because, people were all fired up from their day at Cabo.
We saw some rays jumping out of the water and just lots of like sea life just jumping out of the water. Everybody was loving it. It did go very smoothly, both ways. It was very well done. And then we walked right onto deck 0.
Got back on the ship.
We came back to the room to kind of just change, and I jumped in the shower real quick because I was disgustingly sweaty.
Dropped some stuff off.
The kids tried out some of their Mexican snacks that they got.
I got to test out some of the kids' Mexican snacks. What didn't you like about it?
Some of them were okay. Some of them were disgusting, I guess.
Not bad. It's got a little bit of spice at the back end of it, though. Some weird, some really good. Ooh, I bet this is really good.
Yeah, that looks good.
So let's take it like a shot.
Yeah, it's a shot.
Adric wasn't a big fan of a lot of them. You said this is terrible?
Yeah.
You got it.
Moving.
Are we?
Pilot.
Let's go. You ready to go?
Ready.
We ditched the room and sat on deck 12, not far from our room. We sat out and watched the sunset as we pulled away from Cabo San Lucas.
The sunset here was unreal. It was just breathtaking. There was a rainbow. It was so beautiful. So beautiful.
Sun just passed down through the mountaintops. Beautiful thing to witness.
It was just absolutely gorgeous. It was a great day in Cabo. I loved it.
Cabo is beautiful. It's prettier than what I had in mind, really. Yeah, I really liked it.
At first I was like, this is just a different place. I don't know that I would need to come back. But then like once I got there and I looked around, I'm like, I want to come back. I want to do an all-inclusive here.
Maybe we'll book an all-inclusive down here sometime.
So if anybody has any suggestions for an all-inclusive here in Cabo, put it in the comments.
I'll admit, I thought Cabo was just a bunch of rocks and beaches, right? But after experiencing it, we found it's actually a pretty cool place. Even though we were leaving Cabo behind, our port day was far from over. We were tired, but determined to squeeze every last drop out of it because we still had some fun evening events to attend to.
We were hungry, so we went to the Lido Marketplace buffet to eat because it's quick. I just stuffed myself. Brandy, I don't even remember what she got. She don't remember what she got, but
I thought the buffet was, again, very good today. But I'm easy to please. I just need food. That's it. I'm not really too picky.
Adric didn't eat much. His stomach or something was not feeling the greatest today.
Adric, like, could have fallen asleep sitting there.
Yeah, I was like, I think we should probably go back to the room and nap.
But I'm like, I don't want to take a nap. The rest of them did want to take a nap. And I'm like, okay, fine. So we came back and took a nap.
Our idea was to take a quick, like, 45-minute nap and get right back at it and go back out there, right? And tonight was the 80s rock and glow party that
Grandma and Grandpa bought the kids all clothes, and
they had special shirts that the kids had for the 80s rock and glow party.
our 45-minute nap ended up to 2-hour nap. So we decided we were actually going to stay in for the night and not go out. So I texted the fam and they were like, oh, bummer. And then we were watching the Lido deck on the TV because you can watch the Lido cam. And we saw all of our family out there. And Cora's like, I'm going down to the Lido deck. We're laying there and Adric is out like a light. And James goes, what do you think? Can we go down there? And I'm like, I think we can. I'm like, let's see what Adric thinks. I woke Adric up. I'm like, hey, buddy, do you want to go to the party? And he was like, yeah. Up, put on his glow shirt, and we were out.
All right, so we are refreshed. We just got up from our naps, and now we're ready to rock and roll.
So we went down there. It is hotter than a blazing bees. It was really hot down there.
It can get pretty warm in there because it's enclosed. The first time we had seen the retractable roof open was today in Cabo.
It looked super cool in there with no roof. So they did open it during Cabo. It stayed open for the day and then they closed it.
As the sun started setting, they closed it up.
I assume that they do this because where it's cruising at right now. So it's the Pacific. It gets chilly at night. It's beautiful during the day, but at night it does drop down. Yeah, it's summer.
I get why they close it. But once you get all the people in there, it gets crammed and it starts getting really hot.
I thought it was very well done. I thought Keegan did a great job. He was our cruise director. He was all dressed up real cute, and we thought the kids would love this. And the kids were standing there like this. And the parents were just like going to town. Like, we were loving it. We got each other, and that's all I want. We continued dancing. and the kids started kind of letting loose, and there were some songs that they knew, and Adric started enjoying himself very much. Wine got spilled all over me, which is okay, but they did just make a new rule. I think that you can't have any drinks on the dance floor, but the one big one that they just did was no fans on the dance floor. The fans were getting caught in women's hair. I can't imagine my hair getting caught into someone's personal fan. I think that just sounds like the world's worst thing. But afterwards, Laura was like, I'm soaked in sweat. My stomach kind of hurts. I'm ready to go back to the room. And we were standing off to the side and we met Keegan and Adric. Got a picture with Keegan. He was pretty excited about that. So I think Adric has met every single cruise director so far. So that's kind of cool. After that, we came back upstairs, and here we are.
I'm gonna lay here with some Top Gun in the background. This is the new Top Gun. They have a bunch of free movies on the TV. So not only do they have quite a few channels on your television in your stateroom, but they also have quite a few free movies.
We're coming to an end here on this day. It's 12:38 in the morning. These lights are turning off. This kid up there is going to bed. But I thoroughly enjoyed my day today.
Maybe one of the best days so far.
Can't wait for a sea day tomorrow.
Our very last sea day of the cruise.
Hopefully it's sunny all day tomorrow. Get in the pool, do some rope courses, do some water slides, do some activities, eat some really bad food. I'm ready to eat some freaking cheeseburgers and some burritos and some tacos. That sandwich place, oh God, give me a Reuben. I hope they have a Reuben.
We're all acclimated to this cruise thing. I think, forget about that first sea day. This sea day, this is gonna be the day. So don't go anywhere. Like the video if you made it this far.
But yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a great day. I didn't realize it was this late, so peace out, yo.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button.